Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we are tracking the absolutely sprawling evolution of global commerce. We're going to trace the very DNA of human trade from its earliest, dustiest beginnings right up to its sci-fi future. Because really, when you get down to it, the story of wealth is the story of human ingenuity. To start us off, I want to pose a really fundamental question. What is money, really? We touch it, we spend it, we definitely stress over it, but at its absolute core, what actually is it? Well, the fascinating truth and the idea that's going to frame our entire story today is that the core function of money, which is just a way to hold and exchange value, has remained astonishingly constant throughout human history. And that's true even as its physical form has drastically changed.
Okay, let's dive into this. Our roadmap today takes us through 1. The era of barter. 2. Forging the first coins. 3. Paper money and banking. 4. The industrial stock market. 5. Digital and crypto revolutions. And finally, 6. The future of money. Let's get moving.
Section 1. The era of barter. The tangible era. Let's step way back in time for a second. Imagine a prehistoric village. Families are gathering around morning campfires to negotiate face-to-face. Out there, survival and progress depend entirely on direct physical cooperation. Looking at the massive span of human history we're covering today, you'll probably notice this grand arc of abstraction. We move from the heavy, physical weight of traded goods in prehistory to standardized coins in the ancient era, to paper in the industrial era, all the way to entirely weightless data in the modern era. Wealth literally gets lighter and lighter as human civilization advances.
It all starts here, with the barter system. This is trading goods directly without a standardized medium. It relied on what economists call a double coincidence of wants. Basically, if you have extra wheat and you need a new axe, you have to find an axe maker who happens to be hungry for wheat, right? It's tricky, but it was our earliest, most foundational solution to trade friction, relying purely on the direct exchange of tangible value.
Early trade relied heavily on things like livestock, grain, tools, and textiles. But as human ambition grew, ancient merchants organized these massive caravans across deserts and mountains. They carried items of universally recognized value. Think silk and spices. Interestingly, they also traded salt. Actually, salt was so incredibly valuable as a preservative back then, it literally gives us the modern word salary. These items basically acted as the very first global currencies.
Section 2. Forging the first coins. The standardization of value.
So the crucial point is, the barter system had a massive friction problem. Carrying 100 sheep across a mountain range just to trade for silk? Exhausting, inefficient, and super dangerous. We needed something universally accepted that we didn't have to feed or carry in a giant cart. The solution was beautifully metallurgical. Step inside an ancient royal mint with me. Craftsmen are melting raw gold and silver, pouring molten metal into molds, and striking that cooling metal with the official seal of the local ruler. Then the king would inspect the finished currency. This was a total technological breakthrough in trust and fungibility. Value is finally captured in a tiny, durable, universally recognized little disc.
And man, these newly minted coins completely transformed ancient marketplaces. Imagine a vibrant, crowded street just buzzing with dynamic buying and selling. Because value is now standardized, merchants could execute swift purchases of food, textiles, and jewelry. The enormous friction of barter just vanished. This unlocked unprecedented local economic energy and radically increased the velocity of trade.
Section 3. Paper money and banking. The abstraction of wealth.
Must move to and see how this builds. As global trade routes like the Silk Road expanded, connecting Asia, the Middle East, and Europe, even coins became a burden. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the contrast. You have physical weight, heavy, vulnerable to theft, tough to transport, versus the brilliant solution introduced by Chinese government officials, paper money. It was lightweight, easily hidden, and infinitely scalable for vast international networks. A merchant could now carry the equivalent of tons of gold in a tiny pouch tucked into their robes. But of course, paper money required a whole new level of trust, and that gave birth to a brand new institution. Picture a grand, historic vault with soaring marble columns. Inside, massive quantities of gold bars are securely locked away, perfectly tracked by meticulous bankers in giant leather-bound ledgers. The modern financial system that you and I rely on every single day, it was officially born right here.
Section 4. The industrial stock market. The speed of capital.
Fast forward to the Industrial Revolution.
The world is suddenly accelerating at a dizzying pace. Steam-powered factories and railways needed funding instantly. And this desperate need created the historic stock exchange. Imagine a chaotic, fast-paced atmosphere, absolutely buzzing with shouting traders waving physical papers in the air, frantically monitoring rapidly changing market prices. Capital was no longer just sitting quietly in vaults. It was moving, it was working, and it was accelerating the modern world, giving rise to a completely new wage-earning class.
Section 5. Digital and Crypto Revolutions. The Ethereal Era.
Today, the heavy gold and the shouting traders of the past are completely gone, replaced by invisible data traveling at the speed of light. And this brilliantly illustrates our current reality: blockchain. It's a decentralized technology that secures digital transactions and connects global economies without traditional intermediaries like banks. Imagine glowing cryptocurrency coins and holographic financial data bypassing traditional vaults entirely. The ledger isn't a leather-bound book in a marble building anymore. It's distributed across millions of computers globally.
Our modern tools, from contactless smartphone payments to crypto wallets and online banking apps, reflect this incredible convenience. I mean, think about it. The modern professional manages their entire financial life with just a few effortless taps on a screen. The abstraction of wealth, from a heavy sack of grain to a pixelated number on your phone, is now complete.
Section 6. The future of money. Invisible value.
Now look up toward the skyline of tomorrow. Imagine breathtaking, futuristic smart cities where glowing, interconnected financial networks seamlessly wrap around the entire globe. The next evolution is absolutely stunning. We're talking holographic currencies, hyper-secure digital wallets, and autonomous commerce. We are entering an era where AI will just seamlessly execute trades, negotiate contracts, and optimize economies completely in the background, without any human intervention. The friction of transactions, it's dropping entirely to zero. Which brings us to the end of our explainer today and leaves us with one final, deeply provocative question. As money becomes totally invisible, what will value even mean tomorrow? We've journeyed from trading physical livestock around a campfire all the way to trusting invisible algorithms in a smart city. It really is the ultimate hero's journey of value. I hope this explainer has sparked your curiosity to look a little differently at the money in your pocket, or more likely, on your phone today. Thank you so much for joining me, and keep questioning the world around you.